Okay, to get your points back, everything I write in red, you need to write in red. So it says Sasha spins the spinner below. If Sasha spins the spinner once, what is the probability it will land on E or G? So we have the probability of E or G. What we want goes on top. So how many E's or G's do we have? Circle all of them. That number goes on top. The bottom number is the total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you came up with 2 8s, you are correct, but as you can see, that is not an answer choice. So you had to simplify. To simplify, you're going to divide the top by 2 and the bottom by 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. B is your correct answer. To get your points back for this problem, you're going to need every single thing that I wrote in red, including the underlining and the circling, to get the points. Number 2 says, the table shows the number of each type of vehicle in the parking lot. A vehicle selected at random from the parking lot. Based on the information in the table, which statement is not true? The vehicle is 3 times as likely to be a truck as a sedan. 3 times means times 3. Truck is 12 and sedan is 4. Is it 3 times as likely to be a truck as a sedan? What's 4 times 3? 12. So is A true or false? It's true. B says the vehicle is equally likely to be a van or sedan. Is that true? Is 4 and 4 equal? It is. So B is also true. C says the vehicle is more likely to be a truck than all other types of vehicles combined. So to combine all the other vehicles, we have a sedan, SUV, and van. You're going to add 4 plus 8 plus 4 and get 16. Is 12 more than 16? No, that one is false. And because you're making corrections, we're going to check D also. The vehicle is twice, what does twice mean? Times 2, as likely to be an SUV as it is to be a van. Is 8 twice as much as 4? Yes, it is. That means it is also true. For you to get points back, everything I wrote in red, you must have written in red on your paper, including circling not true and labeling the answer choices true or false. Number 3, Gabriel has these cans of soup in his kitchen cabinet. 2 cans of tomato soup, 3 cans of chicken soup, 2 cans of cheese soup, 2 cans of potato soup, and 1 can of beef soup. Gabriel will randomly choose 1 can of soup. Then he will put it back and randomly choose another can of soup. What is the probability that he will choose a can of tomato soup and then a can of cheese soup? Two times he is going to take soup out of the cabinet. The first time he's going to take tomato. the probability of choosing tomato soup is 2 out of the total. And it doesn't tell us the total. We're going to have to find it out. So 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 10. So tomato soup probability. He puts the can back. So our probability for cheese soup is still out of 10. There are 2 cans of cheese soup. You are going to multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. 10 times 10 is 100. This is your answer, 4 100ths. If you look, that is not an answer choice. So to simplify, you need to divide the top by 4 and the bottom by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 100 divided by 4 is 25. Your correct answer is C. For you to get the points on this, for you to get correction points back on this problem, you need to have every single thing I wrote in red written in red on your paper, including the underlining in the text. Ben randomly pulls a marker from a bag during a probability experiment. He records the color of the marker and then puts the marker back. The outcomes of his first 20 trials are shown in the table. Based on the information in the table, how many of the next 140 trials will the outcome be a brown marker? So you are predicting you need a proportion. We're going to predict out of 140 trials how many times he gets brown. How many times does he get brown? 6 out of 20. So you have to solve this proportion. 20 times x is 20x. 6 times 140 is 840. Now to solve, you need to divide by 20. Your zeros can cross out. Your division problem should then look like this. And your answer is 42. Now, on your griddable, it needs to say 4 to decimal point. If you got the answer 42, but the computer says you got it wrong, you did not fill in the griddable correctly. To get your points back on number 4, everything I have written in red, including the circles in the text and the multiplication and division and proportion problems, and I mean the proportion written like this, or you will not get your points back. Meredith has 5 sprinkled donuts, 3 strawberry donuts, and 2 chocolate donuts in a box. She will randomly choose 1 donut from the box. What is the probability that Meredith will not choose a chocolate donut? We want the probability of not chocolate. To find the total, you're going to have to add 5 plus 3 plus 2. That is your total. Out of your 10 donuts, how many are chocolate? 2. So how many are not chocolate? 8. If there's 2 that are chocolate, then everything else is not chocolate. Now, 8/10 is your answer, but you don't see that in the answer choices because you need to simplify by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. For you to get points back on this problem, everything I've written in red must be written in red on your paper.